17 years ago this week, on March 23rd, 1997, WrestleMania 13 featured Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin in a submission match with Ken Shamrock as the guest referee. This is one of the greatest WrestleMania matches in history. It's one of the greatest WWE matches in company history. It was a great match, but also for what it accomplished. It solidified Bret as a heel, or at least it kicked off. Didn't really kick off his heel turn. That's not really right. I mean, he was already showing signs of kind of being the whiny, crybaby Bret Hart before then, but that really sealed the deal, I think, as far as him being a heel and the crowd's reaction. And then the promo he ended up doing a week or two later on Raw, where he just told the American wrestling fans to kiss his ass. Steve Austin was launched into the stratosphere largely as a result of this match. They did the double turn. Austin juiced. He had blood streaming down his face. It was great. Just great emotion. Great post-match stuff, even with Shamrock suplexing Bret Hart over. The crowd's going nuts. It really was a one-match show. There was no other match on this card that came close to being as good as this match. And that included the main event with Undertaker and Sid for the title. And originally, it was going to be Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels in a WrestleMania 12 rematch for the championship. That was what everything was building towards, until Shawn came down with what Bret Hart would call his phony knee injury, lost his smile, gave up the title. It was always funny to me how Shawn came out. He was very convincing on that Raw show where he said he lost his smile and he gave up the belt and his eyes are all red and he was crying, and talked about how this could be a career-threatening injury. Didn't say it was, but he said it could be. And yet, a month later, I don't even think it was a month and a half, it was about a month later, he's at WrestleMania. He doesn't have a match, but he's at WrestleMania. He's out there for the main event to do commentary, and he's dancing around. There's no limp. There's no crutch. There's no cane. He didn't just walk. He's dancing around like he feels fine. And I'm like, yeah, knee injury, my ass. So I think Bret Hart hit the nail on the head with that one. So he wasn't very happy because it kind of threw everything into disarray. Believe me, the plan was not to have Shawn Michaels sit and do commentary for the main event of WrestleMania. He was supposed to be in that match, defending his title against Bret Hart, and doing the honors for Bret, as Bret did for him the year before, and it didn't quite work out that way. But for Steve Austin, it worked out very nicely.